premiere. First time we do interview together.
And now joining us is Guennadi Touaev, Normand Latourelle, the man behind the spectacle that we just watched. Hi Normand, how was it for you in Chicago? How's it going so far?
Oh, I love Chicago. It's a fabulous city. And we moved the show here. We are in a great location, Soldier Field, very visible along Lakeshore. And it took a long time before we could get such a good location. So we're very happy to be here.
I know it was very difficult probably to get here, but why next to Soldier Field? Why were you so particular about this particular location?
Well, our tent looked beautiful, and I want to show it. You know, it's part of when you drive along a highway, you get to see the installation, which is very attractive because we did all white tent, and they are gigantic. This is the biggest tent in the world, touring tent in the world. So I like to show it. So being on Lakeshore is just a great advantage, and next to the water. So it's just fantastic to be in the heart of Chicago.
And next to Normand is Guennadi Touaev, who is the man behind the horses and the man behind the tricks in the show. We were just talking with Guennadi about his love for the horses. The same question I would like to ask you. Why horses?
Well, I was not a horse person. He always lived with horses. I was not. When I started the first show, Cavalia, I just realized that horses were absolutely the most spectacular animal in the world. So that's why I wanted to create a show with horses. I'm more from the performing arts world. Like in the past, I worked with musicians and a lot of acrobats. I'm one of the guys who started Cirque du Soleil. So I wanted to create something new that will challenge what I've done in the past, which is I was from Cirque. So I created something with the horses, which it took me a very long time before learning of what we could do with them. And finally we did Cavalia, and then finally we did Odysseo.
Do you remember, Roman, the first encounter with Guennadi? How did you first met?
Try to remember. I think we first met when we were creating this show in our farm in Sutton. I think that's right. That's the first time we really met. I've seen him before in one other show, but the real time we met when we were in a small. We have a farm in Canada. It's called Sutton. It's about 12-minute drive from the Vermont border, and this is where we have created Odysseo. So he came as a trainer and helped us to create those action part of the show.
I want to ask both of you, during the show, where both of you located? Where would you like to watch the show from? Guennadi, you might want to start.
During the show, I'm trying to watch it from different spots. I cannot really go to the bleachers, but sometimes when they're working the action acts, I have a little possibility to watch them discreetly, how they look like. Yeah, but when I'm not involving in the act. But sometimes I have possibility to watch all the show, and then I really realized in what beautiful show we're working. You don't realize it really when you're doing the act, but when you watch it from the side, it's really beautiful.
And how about you, Normand?
Well, I like to move. Sometimes I sit on the side, sometimes in the front, sometimes in the back, and I get to see a different show from everywhere. And that's when we conceived the show, I wanted to have everyone to get a fantastic show. So wherever you sit here, I can say it's different. If you're the first row or the back row, but you still have a fantastic show. So I like to move and see the overall.
We just watched the preview, and it seems that the show creates this relaxing, meditating feeling. What was the purpose behind the show, and was it put into between the lines to create this atmosphere?
Well, there's a couple of elements of that. First, I wanted to bring nature to stage. So of course, and if you go have a walk in the desert, at some point we project the desert. Now you see a projection from a forest. Actually, it's the forest of Sutton. This is where we created the show. So this is quiet. This is it's a very moving moment when you just go and hear the birds and And then if you add horses to the equation, and it's very fantastic. When I go to the stable here, like we have 65 horses back here, and I walk in the stable, if there's 2 humans, just 2, they make more noise than the horse. So the horse bring you that feeling that, you know, the world could be quiet, it could be touching, moving, and that's probably what the effect of having like a forest at one point, and then you see the mountain appear, and you see the lake arriving, and all this gives you a peaceful mind. It's not about concrete and cars and train and noise and construction. This is about peace, and I think the horse tells a lot about nature, because they are, compared to us who've been transformed, humans been transformed a lot. We're urbanized people, you know, we're not the most beautiful, I would say, mind in the world right now. But the horse, they kept their natural mind, and they are very noble. They are very different than us, because we are in nature predator. They're not. So they escape and they live in very quietly. So that's why this show brings a lot of peace.
And the last question I have for you, it's hard sometimes to surround yourself with a team that could help you get a show of this volume on stage. Now the other thing is to bring horses into the show and make them a good teammates as well. How hard was the process, and how happy are you to see the result on stage now?
Well, we've been very lucky, because we found Guennadi. And Guennadi is the most incredible guy who understands both horses and riders. And what he does is the most, I would say, dangerous part of the show, and he's able to manage both, to keep the horse calm and keep, you know, the riders in balance, not only balance physically, but in their mind, because the horse, they go fast when they go in the round, Cossack riding, and when they do the trick riding. So we're very lucky, because he takes people who are riders, and some who are acrobats who never rode, and he brings them to a level that give the quality of this show. This is about guys like him. We have also Mathieu Bianchi, which is the equestrian director, is more into the liberty and the dressage part. So I mean, I'm not a rider, so I have nothing to do with it. He delivers it.
But he is a rider. He's not a rider, but he can see.
Chicago, don't miss the show till April 23rd under the big top next to the Soldier Field, Odysseo by Cavalia.